Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. The day has arrived where Rue's tail steals the show. No, where I have Jessica with me. And
We didn't turn on the light.
we didn't turn on the light, but I think we've got enough light right now. I think we're pretty bright. I think we're good. What do you think?
I'm in your shadow.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't want you in my shadow. So let's see if I can get the light. Ta-da! How's that
That's
work?
better.
Does that work well? So you're
I
not in my
think so.
shadow. All right. Excellent. So I want to explain what we're doing tonight. It's a little different. Should I angle it a little bit more so that they can see Rue's shiny face? Rue, my boy, can I move you this way?
Nope.
A little bit.
That's how I feel, real.
So, yes, she is glowing. We are, what's the count? And is it 24 weeks?
24.
24 weeks we are right now. Tonight we're going to talk about getting your prayers answered. But one of my prayers is just answered because Jessica's on camera tonight. How does it get any better than this? Now, she doesn't actually have to say anything, but she's on camera tonight. Woohoo! So, what we're going to do is we're going to take your top questions, and we already have a bunch of them compiled, about getting your prayers answered and prayers answered by angels. If there's time, we'll take a few more. Then we will do a meditation. It'll be a little bit shorter than our regular YouTube live event because I'm just honored to have Jessica in my presence. Now, this is a miracle in that. Oh, did you have something you wanted to add?
No.
It's a miracle because we were going to be releasing a YouTube short. We're making a bunch of these shorter videos right now. We thought we'd be releasing starting today. And that didn't turn out to be the case, which was a blessing in disguise. And I love how that happens. It's an answer to our prayers. When one door closes, another opens. And that meant I get to have you on camera tonight. So with that said, anything else I should mention before we go to the questions?
Nope.
A woman of few words.
Yep.
Oh, my heart, my heart, my heart. It's so great to see everybody here tonight. I am so glad you could join us here. And if it wasn't for people like Randy tonight, I think Rue was going to have a nap. But Randy specifically said it's not a YouTube live if it doesn't have the big guy here.
Mhm.
And he is my wingmate for everything on camera. Jessica likes staying more behind the scenes. Sean asks, is it challenging for you to be married to Michael?
Yes.
There's one thumbs up. So the universe is agreeing a little bit, isn't it?
Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I am beyond the luckiest guy in the world. We have been together, I believe it's 11 years now. Looking for my stone here to get grounded. Well, we've been married 11 years.
Yes.
10, 10, 10. And I still look at her, I still look at you, and I say, I cannot believe she's with me. And I still say that to this day, and I truly mean
Having
it.
good days.
On the other days, there's an oy vey, but I still feel it. I am the luckiest guy in the world. I'm not easy. I'm me, but I thank you for hanging in there with me. So, with that said, let's go right to the questions because we're both, I think, our faces are getting, my face is getting a little scruffy, but getting a little red. So, can I ask the beard? You can answer in one word if you like. Do you like the beard?
I think it was my idea.
It was your idea. All this goodness comes from here. It really does. There was a dear groomsman, dear friend of mine, Hendrik Mako, one of the world's fastest marathoners. He's just an amazing human being, and more importantly. And he said, dude, you were nowhere without her. And let me be the first to say, dude, I would still be nowhere without you.
We talked about that yesterday.
It's true.
As I was working on filing our taxes.
There are, yes, there are, and we all know of them, no names mentioned, good people, motivational speakers, authors, you name it, spiritual teachers, gurus, who they get to one level with a spouse and then they go on their own. And let me tell you, that would be a very bad idea. A very, very bad idea. We are such a team, and I am so blessed. And I would be in one heck of a rowboat with only one paddle.
Oh, can I share something embarrassing today?
Well, I'm just going red. I'm lucky to have matching
That's
Rue
why we
here.
have these lights. They burn out the redness.
Yes. I'm just honored to have you on the show here today. Oh,
okay,
boy.
So I heated some soup this afternoon around lunchtime. And I put it next to you and I kept saying, remember to eat your soup before it gets cold. And finally you did.
That is a minor miracle, yes.
And then what happened? You burned yourself.
Well, you put the soup in front of me. And I said, I have a feeling the soup. I waited for a while and I said, and you're like, eat your soup. And I'm like, I have a feeling it's still dangerous. Is what I said. And you're like, eat your soup. And I immediately went, I burned myself. I had a feeling, and you're like, no, trust me.
There's a way to test the temperature of your soup before you actually burn yourself. You don't just stick in the whole spoonful. But anyway.
So are you saying not only, dude, would you be nowhere without me, but you wouldn't have any taste buds left? Is that what? My cheeks hurt now.
I'm just saying there's some basic life skills that you're still lacking.
Wow. It's okay.
It doesn't make you a bad person.
I appreciate that. Didn't think it did.
And I'm not sure you're going to be allowed to feed the baby.
You mean the whole squirt the milk on the...
Ow!
So what'd you do after you burned yourself? I gave it to her. Is that what you're saying? I gave her back the bottle. Could be. He has rumors. I'm surprised he hasn't started laughing yet. He's like, he does actually. He has so many tonalities and the tones, and one or more of them is laughing and chuckling. He has many different kind of laughs. And right now he's going yum yum yum, hungry. But you have lots of food right there. He does get the munchies late at night, and then has never-ending appetite until he goes to sleep. So, with that said, is there anything else?
More embarrassing stories.
If we do a night of embarrassing stories and it keeps you on camera, my guess is that people would be very, very happy. Georgie here is married for 48 years and the husband has no life skills either. That's not helping, Georgie.
Should we talk about what happened with the dishwasher last week?
Oh, God. I really thought that, and if anybody's watching who goes, what happened with the dishwasher? I really thought.
Wait, I was upstairs. I was in bed already, and suddenly I hear, "Pookie, get down here now!" I'm like, "Oh my God, what's happened? Are the kitties okay? Is it Rue? Did Michael cut himself?" I came downstairs.
There was an episode of the Brady Bunch that was 10 times worse than this. This dates myself from, I think, the 70s or the 80s, where Greg Brady put, I don't know, like dish soap into the dishwasher and the whole first floor of the house was suds. This wasn't that bad. But let's just suffice it to say, I seem to be challenged. I need to get new glasses, not reading glasses, but I need to get new glasses. And so reading a lot of text is blurry. um, unless I take off my glasses. And I didn't. And I looked at this thing and I thought for sure that was the dishwashing detergent, which it was the dishwashing detergent, not the dishwashing machine detergent. Minor technical detail, but I got the dishwasher cleaner than it was before. I cleaned out the filter. I found there's little bits of broken glass that had been in there from way before we got here, and things turned out better than they were before. So I'm swinging that as a positive, a net gain. How's that?
And the dishwasher has a little caddy now. Which you didn't need.
I looked at this dishwasher and then I looked everywhere to find the caddy for the forks, the spoons, the knives, and I couldn't find it. And I'm like, how did the people wash the dishes without a caddy? And I couldn't even figure out where one went. And I looked everywhere. And so I bought a nice caddy, a nice one for the dishwasher. Do you care to finish the story?
Well, he
I wish we could pan into this because you have a nice sign off to the side that at least is a compliment. It says, "Hoobie is my hero."
Oh, okay. Well, it's true. But anyway, turns out there was a third tray up
At
top.
the very top, a very thin tray that I had not seen before.
Well, there's a funny story about this too. I got this before we moved into our RV. It's you can change up what the lettering spells out. And I saw it in the RV for like the first week before we actually drove it. And then after that it disappeared. Where did it go?
It went up into a storage bin so that it wouldn't slide around. And with me, it's not just out of sight, out of mind. It's out of sight, gone. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So we we should probably start talking about what we titled this YouTube live.
Yeah, well, we certainly could.
Do you remember?
Well, the long answer or the short answer? So actually, I can scroll. No, I can't scroll to get it. And we're not going to mess with a single page here because YouTube has been funny, but it's about getting your prayers answered. Is really what it's about. And so we're going to take questions tonight about how you get
and
your
these
prayers
are questions
answered.
that were pre-submitted. So, okay. Question number 1. I ask angels for help and they don't seem to be listening when I need them and I see no signs. What am I doing wrong?
So I'm going to repeat that question because that helps me ground in because I with these glasses, it's blurry when I look to the side. I ask angels for help and they don't seem to listen when I need them and I see no signs. What am I doing wrong? And the short answer is nothing. You are doing nothing wrong. Prayers to me are always, always, always answered. They're just not always answered in the way we expect them to be. I'm not sure which journey to share of our lives, but from where we are to baby on board, to everything, to even this amazing business and being able to help you here, none of it was what we planned for. And none of it, all of it we prayed about, all of it we got answers, but all of it, and thank you so much, Indigo Moon. Thank you so much for your kind donation. Every bit of it came in a different fashion or format. And I would say, although it's really hard with Hana and Miraku, I still have to wrap my mind around it. But every bit of it, and those are our 2 baby girls, one now here in Jessica's belly, one on the other side of the veil for the moment. All of it has been here to serve us. So when you're asking for your prayer to be answered and you're not getting the response first off, we have to be clear. When you're not getting the response you're looking for, it doesn't mean that you're not getting a response. It's sort of like, well, we're picking on Michael a little bit here this evening. So let's pick on me just a little bit more. The love bug, our youngest kitty, who's always running around playing, and I'm not sure why it's going blurry, and
I think because you keep looking away.
and it keeps confusing it.
Mhm.
So I got to try to stay focused here. The love bug, who's always running around and playing and dancing, if she doesn't get enough L-lysine, one of her eyes gets a little winky. And so earlier today, I'm looking everywhere for the L-lysine. I go through every single bottle of vitamins we have that I think could be the L-lysine, and I can't find it. I go to Jessica and I go, "Hey, Pookie, where's the L-lysine?" And she goes, "Right where all the vitamins are." And I'm like, "I looked through all the bottles." And she goes, "Did you look at the one right at the back?" And I'm like, "I looked at all of..." Oh, it was a bigger bottle. And I had made an assumption that that wasn't what I was looking for. You're getting in really TV close here. Is there something about the focus I should know?
I think the camera prefers us to be centered.
Reverse. How much closer can we?
I could
You
sit on you.
This is going to be interesting because I like to enunciate. Whoa, that looks like a little bit weird. So when you pray and you're not getting an answer, it may, thank you so much, Brandy Lee. Thank you for your kind donation. It may be that your prayer is being answered, but because it is not what you are expecting, you don't see it. So part of it is opening up the aperture to what is possible and understanding that prayers are quite often, very frequently answered in different ways than we expect. And also understand the concept of divine timing, which we've all heard of, but it really means we get what we need when we need it, and often not a moment before. And I liken this to something, I was recording a short video on this yesterday, something that I call the Oprah effect. And the Oprah effect goes like this. We started a humble little business almost 7 years ago, started this show, became the top little show on iTunes. How does it get any better than this? And Valerie Stevens, thank you for your kind donation. How does it get any better than this? We started a show. It started to really take off. Then we had Anthony William, the medical medium, on the show. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And he posted, everybody check out Inspire Nation. And what happened?
I don't remember the exact details. Oh yeah.
The website blew up. Basically, our business blew up because we got too much of a good thing. And Anthony William is awesome and a dear, dear soul. He was not at the time nearly as large as Oprah. So if I was praying, may we be on the Oprah show, may we be as big as Oprah, may we Oprah this, Oprah that, Oprah the other thing. If it had happened, we weren't ready for it. And so oftentimes our prayers are answered in different timing for us to come along for the ride. One more small example. Our spiritual growth over the last 7 years, and Ruth's spiritual growth, has been phenomenal. If millions of dollars had flown in, if network deals had come about, you're trying to get really close because it's going in and out even more.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be that we're too close now?
Mm-hmm.
It's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully we look cute. If all of this goodness had happened, not only may we not have been ready from a business point of view, but not all of the growth and learnings would have taken place. speaking for myself, I don't wish what's happened to us and what's happened with Miracle going back for anything. But there has been some incredible growth. And so when you're saying my prayers aren't being answered, not only may they be being answered in a different fashion, but truly for your highest good and the highest good of all, and something much, much better. Now, let me lastly address losing a loved one and praying and praying and praying not to lose them. It's not our decision. Something bigger is at play, and we have to. And when it came time for surgery to save Hannah, and Miracle was going to have to return home, we had to let go and understand that even this was, as backwards and upside down as it sounds, an answer to our prayers at a level beyond what we understood at the time, or maybe even understand now. Next question. And we've got such a bright light. I'm going to clean my glasses here for a second. This often happens when the bright light goes on, as I'm mentioning of the glasses. And Jessica's like, oh, maybe he shouldn't be wearing glasses anymore. Maybe contacts is the way to go. Is that what you were thinking?
Well, let's see what people think.
Let's see what people think. I have never put a contact in for obvious coordination reasons.
Good point.
But I like my glasses. I like them very much. So if I look here, does it lose focus? When does it lose focus?
If you look down.
Mm-hmm. So looking down.
Oh, no, it's staying in focus.
Now it's staying in focus. All right.
I don't know. All right. Okay, second question.
I like my glasses.
Do you think fear is really what is really not allowing me to hear my guides and angels?
I'm going to reread that, particularly with the multiple realies. I must have written this question.
No, you didn't write this question. It's from someone in the audience. Do you think fear is what's really not allowing me to hear my guides and angels?
Yes and no. And I had a talk about this with Kimberly Meredith, who I interviewed earlier today. And her interview comes out on Tuesday. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much for your kind donations. So she loves the retro style yellow glasses. I feel like keeping the yellow. I might go with a little bit different frame, but I can't find replacement yellow glasses. They are hard to come by. I don't know why they're so difficult. Maybe it's because I'm the only person who shops or buy them. Although, truth be told, she has a matching pair. But with that said, I was talking with Kimberly about this earlier today. And so what happens is I roll my eyes in different directions to think, or close my eyes, which might blow everything up. Fear can shut down your connection to spirit by keeping you at a lower vibration. But it doesn't have to. The bigger challenge is not fear. The bigger challenge is a level of overwhelm or doingness that stops you. Did it go out of focus again? This is so cute. Do we want to just do it like this?
Oh, look at his tail.
Oh, what if he comes over?
Okay, focus.
It's a level of fear or doingness or busyness because of the fear that doesn't allow you to pause and hear answers to your prayers. Do you mind if I turn this a little bit? We see, is that too much? Yep, Rue is almost in frame. Does that work?
We'll see.
We'll see what happens with the autofocus. So fear is a lower level vibration. However, it's something I've been teaching in the School of Mystics. You don't belong to the School of Mystics, come join us. There's a lot of, I don't know about this going on like this, but the whole group gets together and we learn and grow together. But fear, lower level vibration. However, fear is actually love in disguise. Fear is actually excitement without forward momentum yet, or it's an energy that can actually propel us forward. Fear can have you doubled over on your knees going, help me, God, help me, Spirit, help me, universe, get you praying even more. Or as somebody who's done a bunch of marathons, they say no runner is an atheist at mile 20. At mile 20, when the going gets really tough, everybody's praying. So fear and love are appearing to be opposing energies, but they're on the same coin. So when you feel fear, you can transmute that. You can take action. You can use that for prayer. You just get to listen. That's what's most important. Bless you.
Thank you.
Is to listen. Don't judge yourself for having fear. Don't pick on yourself. Don't say, well, I've got fear. Now the universe isn't going to listen to me. It doesn't work that way, because if it did, then prayer would never work, because we often pray we're in dire circumstances, which to me is actually when we get to pray the most. So brilliant question. And thank you so much for your kind donation, Sweetheart 11. How does it get any better than this? And Jessica, you are beautiful.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Aw. And we've got Rue almost perfectly framed now.
Ta-da!
He looks so serious right now. You know he's watching. The way his eyes work, he is watching right now.
Ready for the next question?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. Do angels communicate through telepathy?
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. So, and the double side or the opposing side of that is you can actually communicate with angels through telepathy. And that was something we were talking about earlier. But when you pause, you give your angels a chance to hear you. Jaquil, you rock. Thank you, Jaquil. Thank you. Or Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. And another vote to keep the glasses. I'm just going to have to send everybody hunting for similar yellow glasses that we can find out there, similar yellow frames. The language of the angels. Angels' first language isn't words, it's energy. And so when you pray and you go quiet, they're speaking to you through your intuition and through the energy that you feel. So important to understand. Just because you're not hearing, and until I did automatic writing forever, gross exaggeration, but for a very long time, I didn't hear words. I still don't hear a booming voice, although I hear something that's, it's the words. I do hear the words quite clearly, but without voice. I don't even know how to explain that. But before that,
Is it in your own voice?
Yeah, that'd probably be the best way to describe it. In my own voice, or an echo of my own voice. But before that, I would get an energy. I can remember being in the grocery store, Mana's in Maui. And I'd hold up a can of this can of beans and that can of beans. And I would feel which one felt better. And I was starting to develop my intuition. And that in many ways is how our angels speak to us, is that feeling sensation. Oh, I love it, Rebecca. Just donated 1111. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Rebecca. And I love the angel numbers. So yeah, they speak in intuition. But now I want to flip that on the other side. We're doing a lot of flipping here tonight. Mm-hmm. This is good wrist exercise as I'm rebuilding my wrist strength here and flexibility. You may hear teachers say, angels can't help you unless you're asked for their help. Actually, I've said that. That's like angel rule number 1. Angels can't help you except in the most dire circumstances unless you ask for help. I'll buy that. And then it goes, and you must say it out loud. I don't buy that. Because as you know all too well, I am very fond of saying, language is not my first language, which drives you nuts. Language is not your first language, then how do I speak to you?
There's a lot of baby talk.
There's a lot of baby talk. When I don't find words, I go into who knows what. Lynn, I love you. Thank you so much for the kind donation. Thank you, Lynn. How does it get any better than this? But I speak in the language of energy. You speak in the language of energy. Rue speaks in the language of energy. So does each one of you. And so when you're feeling distressed or challenged, I got to be careful of that, because if I think about feeling distressed, Rue will start crowing because he senses it. But when you feel that way, and even in your mind, you call on the angels, you call on your guides, you call on God, source, universe, whatever you want to call it, that is as powerful of a prayer as anything else. Now, Jessica and I were talking about it earlier, and she said, yes, but isn't there something special, something significant about getting out a word? And I would say, yes, I would agree. It is symbolic and powerful, though not necessary. Now, you had a goofy grin as I was going through this one. I don't know if there was something you wanted to say, and I often used to put you on the spot.
I was just reading some of the comments in the chat.
Oh, are there any that you want to share?
Somebody said I have my hands full with, oh, yes, Robin says I have my hands full with you.
You do. Robin, you're right. I'm a good guy. I'd like to believe I'm a great guy. I am also, I mean this metaphorically speaking, a hard horse to ride. Oh, Laura, thank you so much for your kind donation.
I was thinking you were the first one I raised.
Oh, I'll take that as a positive. No, Laura looked online. Okay, we'll give you a little more background information. I have a PD of pupil distance between a child and a young adult male. In other words, I wear small or extra small glasses. That's where we run into the biggest challenge.
No comment.
Yes, I know what you're thinking. I know it. I know it. All right.
That kind of PD ends with your generation.
Thank you. We'll leave it at that. I never expected we just have his tail feathers in the shot here tonight. I'm not sure what to make of that. He's very proud on his perch. I could move him over, but I'm not sure. No. Okay. Oh, he's thinking of. Okay, there we go. He's turning around. All right.
Okay, next question. What if your most heartful pleas aren't answered?
What if your most heartfelt pleas aren't answered? I believe that actually comes right back to question number 1, which is that they may not be, and he's heading down. They may not. Do you want some more?
Don't do it, Rue.
Oh! Rue's off to the food dish. We'll see if he wants to come back up in a middle. Language is not my first language. Our heartfelt pleas are always heard. They just may be answered. Oh, he needed water. They may be answered in a very different way than we expect. But I don't think that universe ever does not hear our answers. Now, I don't know her whole story. I really get to read up on her, Mother Teresa. But from what little I understand, she used to have the voice of the angels or the voice of God in her head until she didn't for a very long period of time. And she kept doing her work. And I'm convinced that she grew and her heart expanded, not despite feeling disconnected, but perhaps even because of that. And I don't wish that feeling on anyone. And God, source, universe, or the energy of love only gives you what you can handle. And so she was ready for a lot. But when we feel we're not hearing from spirit, it may be just what we need at that time to help us grow and reach whatever is the next level in our development. So never take these things, if you can, at face value. There's so much more going on than meets the eye.
Okay, next question. Is there a best way to pray or most effective way to pray?
Another good question. The short answer is no. There's more to it than that. But the short answer is that we don't have to pray, despite everything you've heard in law of attraction, and there are lots of truisms to it. You don't have to pray as if it's already taken place. You don't have to say things as is in a question form, like my favorite question: how does it get any better than this? You don't need to do any of the fancy stuff. But what it is really about is the energy, the puissance, the power behind what you're asking for. So if you're like, God, give me $1 million, that's not really a prayer. Oh my God, could I use $1 million to help feed my family, to help create new schools, to help rescue centers for roosters all around the planet? I could really use that money. Now you've got energy behind things. Now there's a greater power to what you're asking for. So it is that energy that trumps everything. I'm looking over at Rooch and trying to decide whether he's wanting back up yet or not, because he's hanging out by my side.
Nope.
No? You think he's good down there?
Yes.
All right. He's got his girlfriend Susie Q down there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Ready for your next question?
Absolutely.
Can I annoy or bother my angels if I pray for the same thing too much?
That's another great question. No. Your angels, and this begets a whole story or side path we could go on about angels that came in here for this existence with you, came in here since the beginning of time to be with you. There are so many angels you have by your side that we have kind of pushed off onto the unemployment line. They want to help. In fact, we get to do our angel prayer work for Hannah tonight, don't we? They want to help. They're honored to help. They're looking at us as rock stars because we came into physical form and they don't. And they're going, wow, you chose the hard road. We want to support you in any way we can. And kind of the ancillary question to that is there any question that's too small? No, energy just simply is. And it's infinite in all directions. So what may appear as a small ask may actually have massive ripple effect or repercussions on your life and everybody else's life. It's the butterfly effect. A butterfly flapping its wings in Japan could literally create, who knows, a storm over here. So everything matters. And your angels always want to support you. I would say, to take it to another extent, the more that there's an expression, how you do anything is how you do everything. The more that you ask for the little things, the more you're going to ask for the big things. But more importantly, the more you're developing a relationship with spirit or a relationship with your angels. Where this becomes important is the more that you make the ask, the more the more grounded I feel, but also the more my vibration goes up. I make an ask, my vibration goes up, because every time you do, there's a rope from an angel. It's kind of like a tin cup telephone that's listening, and your vibration goes up as they go to meet you. You ask again, your vibration goes up. You ask again, your vibration goes up until you're living a more spirit-driven, higher vibration life. And I'm really confident that you wanted to jump in with something.
I have questions.
I could see that. And I'm being very careful because in the past, I got in a lot of trouble.
Well, I mean, what if you're like really like down in the dumps and you're just like grief stricken and you're asking from that state?
You mean as if I opened a beautiful Topo Chico water and I put too many minerals in it, and instead of getting refreshed, I feel worse after having a sip? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not sure.
There is no harm in asking in the grief state. However, are you really asking for help, or are you trying to have a pity party? The pity party will drag you down further. Poor me, woe is me. And that doesn't mean that there's not a time and a place where you've been really whacked good. We know this pretty well. But being down in the gutter and asking for help is still perfectly okay. If, though, you're going, my angels aren't listening. Oh, why aren't my angels listening? Oh, no, my angels aren't listening. Now you're dragging yourself further down, and you're kind of weaponizing prayer against yourself. I do see that a lot. And I like to, when people writing questions where I catch that, sooner or later, I try to nip that in the bud with people, because we have been taught in this society, we've been taught in movies, we've been taught in school, we've been taught by bullies, we've been taught by everybody to victimize ourselves. I was taught by people pretty close to home to victimize ourselves. And being a victim serves no one. And we're not victim to anyone else. We tend to really do it to ourselves. Does the kicking of the leg mean move on? Is there some significance behind it?
No.
I'm really bored, Michael. Let's get to the next question.
I'm not really kicking.
I'm not sure.
I'm fidgeting.
Fidgeting.
Okay. Well, I can think. I hear this question from the audience. Is it okay to ask for trivial things, seemingly trivial things, like, not that
Go for it.
most of our audience is thinking about this kind of thing, but for example, like, can you help me get an A on this paper? Right? When there are people who are really suffering, like maybe they've just lost their home in a fire, or maybe they're actually having trouble feeding their families. I think our audience tends to be very compassionate, and they tend to think, well, the angels should be helping these other people who are in greater need than me and needing my A on my paper.
I like this. I like this. There are at least 3 different themes that you've got in this one question. So let's see if we can pull it apart. Is it okay to ask, can I have an A on the paper? Ask. It helps make a stronger connection between you and your angels. It helps you live a more spirit-driven life. Who knows? Angels do have a sense of humor. Who knows what answer they will give you? But what you're really asking for, and this is why it's so important to be open, is an answer for your highest good. That's why I always like to say the equivalent of, angels, may I have an A on a paper for my highest good and the highest good of all, or something even better? Because how do I know what's best for me? That's the first part of this. And they will give you what's best for you, which may be an A, woohoo, or it may be an D or an F to help you understand your weaknesses, to help steer you in a different direction, to help get you to where you get A after A after A. The bigger question here is, and this is a question that comes from a human sense of lack that we've been taught, or maybe it's a Western sense of lack, which is we've been taught I must get mine before they get theirs. In other words, if I ask for an A, oh man, I'm remembering a class that I had in my computer degree where I went before the professor, and he had said that we had to work individually on this project. And in a sense, I had gotten us all together and we were working together as one giant team to solve this, because it was a class on Java, and he didn't teach us Java. He jumped past that and had us solving problems. So there's a guy who worked on all these military command systems, and he gave us a different way of handling things. And collaborative brought us together as a team. And he said, you can't do that, because I can only give out so many A's. So if you get an A, somebody else can't. And if they get an A, you can't. In other words, he pitted us all against each other. And he felt that's the best way for us to learn. I think those days are numbered. The days of the I are gone. This is the day of the we, of collaboration. Where this goes fully to the question of prayer is there is enough always to go around. The angels, there are enough angels. There's enough angelic assistance. There's enough angelic time, because time is not real on the other side. And you have archangels who can be helping an infinite number of people at the same time, which means don't be bashful, don't be ashamed. Or as our Auntie Papua, great Kapuna on Maui used to say, you shame, you starve. Don't be afraid to ask. And certainly you can ask for an answer for your prayers to help you and to help everyone else as well. Are you seeing any fun comments, by the way?
I haven't been keeping up with the comments.
Okay.
But this next question, I sort of just asked. So I'll ask the second part. Is there anything that's too big to pray or ask my angels about?
Too big? Wow.
The other part was too small. But that's the A in the paper.
Gotcha. I don't believe there is anything too big. However, it's funny to ask what's the energy behind this. So if you're struggling to bring in enough money to make it through the end of the month, or struggling to bring in $100, $1,000, $10,000, whatever it is, and all of a sudden you jump and you say, hey, angels, give me $1 million. The word sincerity comes to mind. Do you really mean it? Okay, you want it, but do you really mean it? Because there's an energy behind it. So if you don't believe in the ask, if you don't believe in it, if it's just kind of that Hail Mary pass, so to speak, you throw it out there, there's much less of a chance of it being received. It's always heard. But whether there's an action that takes place based on a prayer that lacks sincerity because it was just thrown out there, who knows? But now, big prayers where everything is on the line, you go for it with everything that you've got. I'm not going to speak for you. I'm not going to even ask you, but for myself, when we got in these sticky situations with baby Hana and baby Miraku, I have never seen myself pray more. Period. Done deal. End of story. We may have more questions. That have come in here.
Well, do you want to
go
answer
for
the
it.
last pre-submitted question? Do I have to pray to a particular angel or guide?
No, you don't. So there are angels who do better at some jobs than others. We are going to one that's not well known right now, Maharisha, and we're praying to every day, who is the angel of healing illness. And in this case, it was Hana's heart that we are helping to heal, of a very brief, it didn't matter in terms of weeks, heart disease, because her heart had to carry for Miraku and herself. But you don't need to go to a specific angel for anything. However, if you've developed a relationship, thank you, Brandy Lee, again. How does it get any better than this? Thank you, Brandy Lee. If you've developed a relationship, like you feel Archangel Michael is always by my side, go to Michael or Raphael or Gabriel or whoever it is. Angels will listen whether you have a name for them or not. And angels are continuously coming in and out of your life, so you don't need to have names. Now, we could pray right now to the angels in general, but also to the angel of autofocus for better focus. And there may well be an angel who kind of gets behind the Sony VH1 and starts playing to help keep it in focus. But don't worry about having a specific angel's name.
I kind of had a question that was formulating in my head. So you and I are praying for Hana's heart to heal.
Mm-hmm.
But is there also a part of you that is able to let go of the outcome?
Very much so. Well, the ace in the hole is we know that no matter what, modern medicine is a place that if her heart can't do it on its own, a procedure can take place and she will be 100%. But I don't want our baby to need that procedure.
Mhm.
And if she needs that procedure, it means we have to relocate temporarily from the new home that we've just moved into a new home in Philadelphia to be by the children's hospital for a month. Very selfish of me, but I don't really desire that.
Mhm.
But universe is laughing. I am fully open and already surrendered to that possibility. And whatever it is, I will be fine with it. That I don't fully want to turn the tables on you, but my guess is that has been one of the biggest learnings for both of us out of this situation as we tried to move to one place. That blew up. Tried to move to another. Carrie, you rock. We love you, Carrie. Thank you so much, Carrie. I love the cheerleader there. We tried to move to another place. That blew up. We tried to move to another place.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we really tried that hard. We would just like poke around Zillow or.
Well, we did have a place rented. We already had a deposit on a place in Florida.
That's true, but that was like for a place to park the RV.
Yes, it's just been this journey, though. So, would you say
and
there
that
has
was
been?
We booked that before we got pregnant, so
Yes.
that was easy to let go of. I think did you finish saying what you were saying?
Go for it.
Oh, okay. Well, I think one of the learnings for me, and probably for you too, is that we can pray for these things, but with the babies, it wasn't just about our needs and wants and what's best for our highest good, but also what was best for the babies, and that was kind of an unknown for us. So, I mean, that has always been in the back of my mind when we were dealing with letting go of Hannah's twin, Miraku, and now dealing with Hannah's heart. I'm praying, but I'm also going, well, I'm really not sure if what's going to be best for her spiritual growth.
And with Hannah and Miraku, at the end of the day, when you asked what's going to help at least one of our girls to decide, it became a non-issue. And when it became what's going to give us the best medical care for Hannah, staying in New Jersey was a complete non-issue. All the issues go away when we look at it from that perspective of what's best for them, or now what's best for her. Rue has gone quiet. So I just need to swivel my head around and see where our boy has gone.
Did he?
Oh, he's right under. So I'm going to bring him back up on top because he's here. But he went so stealth.
He's under his perch. It feels nice and safe there.
You just don't know where he was going. Right, Rue? I know. There we go. Hold on here. Let's get this set up even better for you. Are you ready?
Ta-da!
You're so good. Oh, I'm getting a little bit more of this. He picked out all of his favorite seeds. So I'm going to give him a little bit of that. I think he's actually beyond seed tired now.
Oh.
On the other hand, shall we give it one last try? Is this an example of what's in his highest good? I think if I had sat down, he would have stayed.
Oh.
So I'm going to try that one more time. You, of course, can get down. You know how to do it very easily. There we go. Oh, good boy. Okay. Oh, you're so good. You're so good. You're so good. All right. What's next?
Would you like to go to a few questions submitted tonight?
I'm game if you are.
For a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Gogo asks, are angels discrete beings?
I'm not sure what the term discreet means, meaning that they are aloof and quiet, or that they're very subtle in their actions.
I'm not sure.
So not sure if that's what you're asking, Coco. Sometimes angels are very discreet about their actions, or very quiet about them. Sometimes they're quite overt. I like to believe they're as overt as they can be for us, so that we recognize that they're here. But angels tend to work more with energy than with matter. So they may move animals around, they may move people around, but they're very unlikely to move a vehicle around, or something that requires moving mass. So in that sense, it takes place more on an energetic plane.
Okay. How can we learn not to be deceived by fallen angels? Is he really my good angel or fallen angel?
So my belief system in this says that angels are all here to help us. There are beings that are lost, that are misguided, that are trying to find their way home. But when we are praying to angels, we get help for our highest good and the highest good of all. Now, there's a very simple prayer that I like to say and like to teach left, right, and center to help you to reach to the highest level angel or guide you can. And I call this prayer G-SPI, and it stands for GSPI, which is, I use the term God, but I don't mean bearded white guy in the sky. I mean the love that is everything. But I say, thank you, God. And I'll start the day with this. I'll start my automatic writing with this. I'll start everything with this. Thank you, God, for guiding me with your love and light. Guiding me. That's the G. Thank you, God, for surrounding me with your love and light. Surrounding. That's the S. Thank you, God, for protecting me. P, protecting me with your love and light. Thank you, God, for imbuing me. Imbuing or filling me, that's the I, with your love and light. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. That creates this kind of sacred vessel or sacred bubble of love and light around you, and helps you reach to the highest level, and helps prevent what I call the Ouija effect. And the Ouija effect is, if you've ever used Ouija board or seen a Ouija board, you just kind of move around these letters. It's kind of creepy if you think about it, and words come out. But because you haven't done any prayer behind it, any spirit, even a lost spirit, can come and start answering your questions. And you don't want that, because if they're lost and they're giving you direction, you're going to be lost too.
Next question. How do I feel my angels and know their presence?
Ooh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So I like to pray to the angels and pause. So I could say, good evening, Archangel Michael. And I'll pause, and I might feel a warmth, or I might feel a feather brush up and down my arms. Good evening, Archangel Raphael. Pause, wait, ooh, feel a little bit of chill. So I like to pause after I call in an archangel or any angel, and see what I feel based on that calling in, which requires learning how to stop for a moment to see what comes in. Now, we'll do a brief meditation at the end, and hopefully you can feel the angels by your side, or the angels have your back. But I love to say, look for the feather brush. And I see a roof feather just out of reach here, but I'm not going
You
to
mean that one?
go for it. Yeah, that one would work too, except that one is attached to, what are you doing?
It's my fountain pen. Rue's like, what?
Yes. CL, thank you. Okay. Yes, CL. So we definitely send love and send angels to help your father-in-law. Lots of love and blessings. May he be all right. Definitely call in the angels on the drive, and we call in angels on your behalf, CL, as well, for your highest good and for your father-in-law's highest good and the highest good of all. Lots of blessings. Be safe out on the road. So, did we answer that? I think I shifted gears there at the end. Is there anything you need to repeat? Because I don't recall what the question was.
It was about
feeling their presence.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I think we're good there.
Okay. From Veronica, my mom has mental illness. Will it be idealistic to assume she'll be cured if I pray for her?
Veronica, pray for her with everything you've got. Who knows? All it can do is help. It may help her to heal. It may help her to feel better. It may help her to connect more with her angels and her guides. All it can do is good. It's weird. I heard this past year a teacher telling his students never pray for anybody else because you're breaking their free will. You're imposing help on them. The angels know when they can help and when they can't. Only good can come of praying for somebody else. And so with your mom, I would pray with everything that you've got. It could only help. And there's quantum entanglement between you and your mom. The more that you do work to help heal your own heart through this, Veronica, the more that you're helping hers as well. And the more that you pray for her, because in many ways you are one, the better you will feel, or more at peace you will feel through this experience as well.
Okay, from Kay, why would the angels tell me to wait for the perfect time when angels don't have time?
Well, so it's an interesting, it's a brilliant question. Angels don't have, when they play in this world, they can see our clock, they can see our watch, they understand our timeline. They want to help us along the timeline that we have here and help us to expand and learn and grow. Certainly, they can help us at any moment. So they could go back in time and help us and change our past. They can go to the future and change what is coming for us. Although there's still a free will aspect, so we could choose another door and not even receive their help. But they are, let's say, scheming to use time to our advantage. If they help answer every single one of your prayers when you first make that prayer request, kind of cool, but it'd also be a really weird life. If, as a kid, I pray for all the candy I want and I get it, and all the bicycles I want and I get it, and not have to go to school and I get it. And you can see how this goes. Am I really learning and growing? So the angels time these things for our growth, for our development, and again, our highest good and the highest good of all.
So it's been over an hour now. Mm-hmm. How much longer did you want to go?
Well, I kind of groove on this. And so I want to be fair to you. And this is not making you as the one who has to say, boo, boo, boo. But what is healthy for your energy levels? This is your first time on camera. I don't want to, I'm like, I can't believe you're even here tonight on camera. So I want to be,
first time in a while.
Yes, exceptionally respectful of your time.
I mean, I could always bow out early and you could read these questions on your own.
Well, let's take, do you want to bow out now, or when would you like to bow?
I could just, what's hard for me actually is sitting in this position because of my baby bump. So if I could just
can I get you pillows? What can I do for you here?
If I could just turn into a
SpongeBob
coal or
Is there something I can do to make you more comfortable here?
No, if I'm just like this.
All right, so I'm going to read the questions. I'm going to answer the questions, and you're just going to be pretty. Is that an okay way to put it? So, and we did just get another donation, and it from Napua. It just kind of scrolled. I want to get Napua, and thank you, Napua. So hold on here. Let's see if I can. There we go. Napua Oni, thank you so much. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, and mahalo. All right. So next question, and you do have. Can I mention that because we were having twins, your baby bump is maybe a little bit larger than somebody who is 24 weeks? Is that fair? Fair to say?
I think so.
It's all relative. All right, so let's go in here. And so the next question we have is from Jane. Jane Jewett. How do I know if I definitely have an angel? Jane, you not only have one angel, you not only have a team of angels, but you have angels on standby for everything at every moment. So you have a guardian angel who's been with you since the beginning of time, always by your side. You have other angels that have been with you since the beginning of time, and then different angels who have been with you since the beginning of this incarnation. They're always here. You can start to call them in, and you can start to feel them by your side, but they are always here. It is a matter of how big of a team you want to call in, and it can be as big as you can imagine and even bigger. And then our job is to be able to listen and go quiet and hear or feel them by our sides. Now, I haven't even gone there. I don't even think I've got the books. Oh, hi, Rue. Whoa! I have the books off to the side. We teach automatic writing, which is a process where you can learn how to write to your angels. And so that's one powerful way. And we have our next live class, in fact, in just 2 weeks. And you can go to automaticwriting.com and sign up for that.
Well, you want a book?
Well, I did, but you're melting him right now. And I can't have you stop doing this.
You melt him.
No, you are the better melter.
The books are so far away.
The books are so far away. They are.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to do that. Yeah, because now he's getting concerned about you, and now you get to melt him again.
I'm okay. I'm okay, big guy.
Oh, that's just love. Oh man. Oh, can you see that?
He's really good at his yoga.
He is really good at his yoga.
I mean, we thought kitties were good at yoga.
Oh my God. And if you see, she's petting his earlobe right there, and it's gone white. It changes color depending on his mood, like a mood ring. And white is totally, sort of like this, is totally and completely relaxed. It doesn't get any more relaxed than this. So I was trying to show, I'm like stealing the show from him. This is the book.
It's upside down now.
I had it right side up. This is I mentioned glasses. This is.
I can't see it.
I'm trying not to take away from Rue. That's the book right there. Automatic writing, the automatic writing experience. And it is a great process to where you can literally hear from your angels. I am not going to interrupt this for anything. Yes, Rue has just totally melted. All right, next question. I get several numbers from Lisa Buckner, but I don't know what angels are saying. So, Lisa, one of these days I do need to do a whole angels numbers class, but each number has a significance to it, and different teachers have different meanings behind it. So, what I would do, certainly you can go look online, you can see what different numbers mean. Is it a number of family, such as 6? Is it a number of angels, such as 4? Is it a number of abundance, such as 5? Is it a oneness, unity, 1? Is it a Trinity and a you, me, and universe, 3? You can look at all of these numbers. Is it life, 9? Is it infinity, 8? You can start to piece all of these things together, or you can feel into that number. So, for instance, before we started the show, before we moved from Maui, we kept on getting, and look, right now, 333, which is confirmation exactly where we're supposed to be from the universe at this very moment. And the key point, when you get repeating digits, whether that's 333, 444, or 578, 456, whatever the number is, if it keeps coming back for you, thank you. If the number keeps coming back for you, it is the time to not set an intention, to ask for something of your angels. Because when numbers keep coming back, it means your angels are listening here, now, in this moment. But now, going back to before we left Maui, we started getting 911, 911, 911. Here, playing with Rue. And 911 didn't mean that there was an emergency, didn't mean that something was wrong, didn't mean any of those things, and didn't mean that we needed to go out and run out and buy a Porsche, which we couldn't have afforded a Matchbox car version of a 911 at the time. What we didn't know at the time is 911 meant call on others for help. So, for instance, we get 911 a lot lately, and it means build a team, call in assistance. Don't try to go it alone. So now he's got the munchies. He's got some food right here.
Yeah.
You massaged him for so long, he has the munchies now. All right, let's go on to the next question here. From Whitney Davis. How do you find out or discern guides and teachers' names? And I see more questions coming in, but they're not making it onto the document at the moment, so I'm not sure what's happened there. How do we find out or discern our guides and teachers' names? It's not actually required. So you can ask. For instance, it took years for me to hear my guardian angel's name, and his name is Maximilian, and he takes the form of a lion. And in fact, it was just today that you found the old video from where I was recording something, and out behind me in Colorado, a mountain lion literally jumped up a hillside, or you could say out of the bush, made his appearance known before running off, exiting stage right. And then when I went into automatic writing, there's my guardian angel saying, that was me, or the essence of me, helping steer that lion to show what my animal form is, and my name is Max. Maximilian actually is his full name. Very powerful lion. And I had been writing to him for years before he made his presence known with his name. So don't worry about the names. That's a very human concept that we have to know specifically who it is. And now we have from Gogo. And I know there are other questions coming up, but they're not making it on here. Is it powerful prayer when we pray for self, or for powerful prayer is when other person prays? So, Gogo. Oh, it is okay to pray for yourself. That can be a very, very powerful prayer. As your energy comes up, as your life is healed, it helps heal others as well. So don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Don't think there's anything less than if you pray for yourself. We all deserve love. We all deserve happiness. And we all deserve our vibration going up and up and up, because when it does, we influence, we affect and effect everyone around us. So it's great to pray for yourself. Of course, this is the time going from the me to the we. So it is awesome to pray for others as well, expecting nothing in return, nothing at all. But it can certainly help everyone to be continuously. You see somebody drive by, go to a state of prayer. On my better moments, I remember in the streets of New Jersey when I'm being tailgated, which is about every single minute I'm on the road, to send a prayer for the son of somebody behind me. And I get to do even better there. But why not use every interaction and every opportunity as a prayer point, an entry point to go into prayer for everyone? So I think we've got maybe one last question, and then we're going to go into a meditation. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
How are you doing?
I'm getting the munchies.
That's what I was feeling. That's exactly what I was feeling. At some point, this belly rub went for the belly bump to the I'm hungry. And I sensed that energetically.
I'm doing this.
I could just sense that.
Can you sense what I want to eat?
Some sort of dessert. Is there some sort of frozen treat or something that's in your future?
There's like a vegan mint ice cream.
I did get it. I did.
Vegan chocolate chip mint ice cream.
Excellent. So that will be your reward. How's that?
I could get it now.
Why don't you go get it now?
I'll get Rue something too.
Okay. You go and get Rue something. Rue is our protector. So he feels his job is to watch over the flock. So as Jessica leaves the room and goes into the kitchen, he may well go ka-tink, and my expression is lose his schnizzle, as he is concerned, is the mama going to be okay? Even though he has one eye on her continuously. So, what'd you get for him?
Some rice.
Oh, he loves Mexican food. There is nothing greater to him in the world than Mexican food. Can you hear that? He makes a George McFly sound from Back to the Future when he is having his rice or having something good. Indigo Moon, thank you so much. How does it get any better than this? Thank you so much, Indigo Moon. So, all right, Angelica, I want to be able to hear them and feel them. Can you tell me how that would be? I ask for that, but maybe I want it too hard. Angelica, it's not so much that you may want it too hard. It's giving the pause. The pause, it's what's necessary. If you pause over time, you will feel them. And hopefully, we're going to do a meditation in just a little bit. Hopefully, you will feel them there as well. Jessica has put out a little bit more Mexican food for him. I want to see if he makes his happy clocks. Well, he's quietly happy here this evening. So the only part of wanting it too hard is that we can stress ourselves out, and then it is harder to hear our angels. But wanting them a lot can still bring them in. And Angelica is now saying she's going to have some ice cream as soon as the meditation's over as well. In Spirit B, I heard someone say that UFOs, our galactic family, are angels. What are your feelings on that? Angels to me, so I'm getting yes on one level, and then on another level, I think of extraterrestrial beings, higher level beings, are higher dimensional creatures, not necessarily angels. I don't picture angels driving spacecraft because they're in angel form. but there's some missing element that I don't know. Because it is possible on some level. I don't actually have a better way to answer that except from what I'm hearing, which says that it's true that angels keep on taking the form of angels, but they can also appear to us. It may be that the angels bring us the extraterrestrials, the higher dimensional creatures, but are they them themselves? That's my best guess. Angels have the ability to move people around, to move situations around, to create synchronicities. What's interesting, though, is our path. So we like to think that angels are up here and we're down here, which isn't the case at all. We're on parallel paths with different learnings, with different understandings. Even the most basic level of us, humanity being kind of at a level 0 in the understanding of the universe, compared to other beings, we're still on a parallel path of expansion and growth. But higher dimensional beings who are traveling between universes or between dimensions, they have a greater understanding, but they're still on that same path of growth as well. All right. Carol, how do I find out who my guardian angel is? I would continuously reach out to your guardian angel, reach out to your guardian angel in writing, reach out to your guardian angel in prayer, and develop the relationship without needing to know the name. So with that said, I want to dive into a meditation now. And then Rue has got like the double munchies now. Jessica had... Well, do you see how much he's going, yum, 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 yum? And this is not for being we had him on recently when somebody was concerned that he was not a well-fed bird.
I don't think a bird could get this big without being well fed.
Yes, a bird could not get this big without being well-fed. He just, at this time of night, he just has no end to his munchies. You didn't get your ice cream?
I did.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
It needs to defrost.
Oh, it needs to frost. Okay, so I'm not sure if there's anything you wanted me to mention before we go into a meditation. If so, I'm down with it. And then I'm going to drink a little water. And Aya has been running the chat room tonight. Thank you, Aya. You rock. You're the best. You're awesome. Rue just said thank you, too. Did you hear that?
I don't know. I think he's eyeing my ice cream. Wondering if it...
You could offer it to him, but so far he's 0 for a million in taking the bite on any frozen goodness. And Esmeralda, that was a great ask. She said, if you like this, subscribe and share with everybody you know. Please, 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 if you like this, subscribe, big thumbs up, and share so we can help raise everybody's vibration. All right. Any last things, and then we'll do a meditation. And I have a feeling he's going to get down and wander around, which is fine.
Well, I was just thinking people are probably curious. What is this? These are the ingredients. Daily Harvest is a new food delivery company we're trying out.
It is. Somebody just asked about 555. And to me, 555 is abundance. When you're getting 555, you are in the flow, the creative flow, the abundant flow, the energy of building, of creation, of receiving. And so 555 is a very special and sacred number. And so when you're getting your ice cream there, you're in the number of 555 for sure as well.
I just saw a note from our beautiful Aya.
I won't even say what the note is. That is obviously completely up to you.
I don't know. Apparently, people want to see my baby bump. But I've been so private. I'm also wearing pajamas. What do you think, Rue? He's like, what? You want to see that?
Whenever she shows Rue her baby bump, he's like,
He's like, that's a really big egg in there.
people are commenting how much they enjoy the School of Mystics class last night. So we have a beautiful, beautiful class every week. And I think the energy last week was just stunning in it. All right. Well, shall we go into a meditate? There's competition. There's people who are saying it's keep it
I
private.
know.
And then there's those who are going, see the bump, see the bump. I think it's just great to have you on camera. I think that's just a miracle. And it, I hear the gears going inside of you. I don't know what to say.
I'm going to ponder this question with my ice cream.
All right. So let's go into a meditation here, shall we? And thank you also for coming here tonight. My face hurts in a good way from smiling from the energy of you here tonight and from having you here and having Rue by my side who is attempting to sharpen his beak on a towel. And that he's just wiping off the crumbs right now. I'm not sure which it is. All right. So what I would like you to do is feel free to close your eyes, to relax. There'll be no baby bump showing right now. You're not going to be missing anything. It'd be so funny if you started showing your baby bump with all their eyes are closed.
Then they could just watch the replay.
They could watch the replay, but I'd like you to close your eyes now. Just relax. Listen to Rue. Got the munchies. And I'd like you to breathe in through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. In through the nose, and out through the nose. In and out. In and out. And as you continue to breathe in and out, I would like you to imagine that we're all in a giant, beautiful, loving circle together. Everybody watching this before, everyone watching this now, everyone watching in the future. And we're breathing in together and out together. In together and out together. Getting in perfect heart coherence in together and out. In this beautiful, loving circle, hand in hand. And now we're going to call in the angels. And we're going to call in Archangel Michael to have your back and be by your side. And so I'd like you to say with me, private or out loud, I call in Archangel Michael. And may I feel your presence at my back or by my side. Continue to breathe in and out. And now, hopefully you felt some feather brushes or some warmth or some tingling or some buzzing. I'd like you to call in Archangel Raphael. I call in Archangel Raphael. And may you make your presence known. And may I feel you at my back or by my side. Maybe you feel the warmth and the love of Archangel Raphael's presence. Archangel Uriel, make your presence known. And may I feel your presence at my back or by my side. Archangel Gabriel, may you make your presence known, and may I feel your presence by my back or at my sides. Angels, guides, and light workers, may you put your wings around me. May you put your wings over my shoulders, around my arms, and may you hold me securely to where I may feel your presence as clear as the light of day. Angels, guides, and light workers, whenever I call on you, may you please reach out with a brush, with a touch, with your warmth, and with me being able to feel your energy and your embrace, to let me know you are here. And may you make it as clear as the light of day. Angels, may I feel your warmth. Angels, may I feel your love. Angels, may I feel your energy, warming and expanding my heart, opening it to new levels, and helping my vibration go up higher and higher and higher still. Thank you, angels, for your love. Thank you, angels, for your touch. Thank you, angels, for your support. And thank you for letting me know you are always, always, always by my side. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? So I want to wish you the most beautiful, beautiful evening ahead, the most beautiful new day ahead. I believe Jessica is coming back to say goodbye. I'm not sure. I don't want to put her on spot. Rue is standing super tall and proud right now. You can see his
I
little
like
house off to the side.
his crown's doing a wave.
His crown is doing a wave right now. So his crown right here is very relaxed at the moment. In the morning, it's like, and right now it is just so relaxed. So he has totally been jello-fied is the best way to describe this, isn't it, Rue? I'm looking. We get to trim your beak now, don't we? Yeah, maybe not tonight, but we get to trim your beak, don't we, good boy? You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. You are. So, any last words you want to share with people before we let everybody go here this evening, Jessica? That's the hug sound.
Oh, yeah. When Rue makes that sound, it's either because he wants us to hug or for us to pet each other. Or it's because he sees us hugging.
I'm a very lucky bird. Do you see how Rue is flat right now? When he is up at attention, he's very alert. Right now, he is completely flat and relaxed. This is one very, very chill bird and one very, very chill hoobie as well at this point. Oh, thank you for joining us this evening. This was really, really special. And thank you for joining us as well. All right. He's like, it's munchie time. What are you guys still talking about? It's munchie time. Oh, there, you've got some more treats. There you go. There you go. All right.
Bedtime.
Bedtime. Love you guys. Do come join us for our School of Mystics on Wednesday. We've got automatic writing in 2 weeks. Our next live event on Monday. Share, share, share. Big thumbs up. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And oh, yeah, there's this join button down below. That's for our behind the scenes footage from our Mystic Circle with lots of this guy, a little of this one right here. You have made it into a few videos recently, right? Very, very short ones, like 10 seconds here and there, not over promising. And lots of footage of the lake home, being out on the lake, walking Rue on the ice, all that good stuff.
Overflowing dishwashers.
Yeah, there is that. When you grab the camera and go, ooh, this will be good behind the scenes footage. What are you going to do for us next? All right. Love you guys so much. Keep on shining bright. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Aya.
Bye.
How does it get any better than this? Love you guys. Great job, Rue.